Hello and welcome to Seagulls Social, episode 48. We are your hosts, myself, Maz, Ben and Ryan. How are we, chaps? We all good?
Very good, mate. Very, very good.
Yeah? We just have to survive.
Ben's just weird. Like, what is wrong with this kid?
Yeah, Ben had an asthma attack, so we have to deal with that. That was a bit weird. But,
Faithful Blue next to me.
Yeah, but you're all good, Ben. How's everyone's weeks, Ryan? How's your week been? All good?
Very good, mate. Yeah, very, very good for undisclosed reasons. But yeah, it's been really good. Very productive.
Yeah, undisclosed, yeah.
That's been good. I've been enjoying
Good,
myself,
man.
for sure.
Yeah, I'm buzzing for everyone to find out eventually of what is going on in Ryan's life. My life,
Hopefully.
yeah, it's been good, mate. Was severely hungover yesterday, which was not ideal.
Yeah, we were meant to film yesterday, and Ben decided to go out on a Monday night, which I actually fully rate. Like, I've got a lot of time for that.
You look like you had fun, so you can't lie.
It was good fun. It was for a valid reason. Like, it wasn't just a random Monday night out. Like, we just started in Shoreham, just casual ones, and ended up at Shoosh, which was obviously someone else.
All right, Connolly.
Yeah, I was going to say someone else is stomping ground, which we probably can't talk about because But if you've seen the news about Connolly, then it's good banner. I bet, speaking of Love Island, Love Island's finally kicking off. It's good now, so that brightens up my week every night at 9 o'clock.
I won't say anything about that, but yeah, I was about to say that's a shambles. That
it is good. It is really good at the moment.
Each their own. I can't.
Exactly.
I can't.
We're all the same. The world be a boring place.
Exactly. Right, boys.
What about you, Maz?
Oh, thanks for asking.
Repping your first club.
Yeah, as Barcelona. When I was really young, I actually supported Barcelona. So yeah. Anyway, no, my week's been good, mate. My week's been good. I went to fight camp on Saturday for work.
Class.
That was good. Yeah, it was good fun.
Oh yeah,
Eddie Hearn's back garden as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Mate, He's just got a boxing arena in his garden. I was like, that's how rich I want to be. Like when I made it, I know I've made it when I've got my own sort of arena in my back garden.
Mate, that is like living a dream right there. Going to that, it must have been insane.
Oh no, it was crazy. It was fair play to him. Like he knows what he's doing. He's very smart and he smashed it. Like in terms of the event itself, was sick. To be fair to him, but no, it was good fun. It was good fun, and then just been recovering since. I'll be honest, I didn't get back till like 2 a.m. because basically like the last fight obviously didn't finish till like 11, half 11, and then I had to get from Brentwood back to London, East London. So yeah, didn't get back till like 2 a.m. So it was long. But anyway, we're all good. We're ready to go. And now let's talk about Brighton. Of course, let's start with the friendlies, boys.
Mighty goals.
The mighty goals. Obviously, should we start from? We'll start from Luton and then work our way back. Yeah, just because obviously Luton's the most recent one.
Yeah.
Beat Luton 3-1. Of course, everyone must have seen the video of Percy Tau and
Bafana.
Yeah, mate. First of all, what a goal!
Saw that on TikTok.
Yeah, really good goal,
mate. What a goal!
Yeah, cracking goal.
He absolutely sent the guy to the cleaners. Like, sent him to the shops, and then he came.
That's
back.
our podcast thumbnail and title sorted as well. So I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Do you know what? Percy Cam has a good reason today because.
Percy Cam.
Mate, bring it back because we actually have a reason. Yeah, he's actually he was really good and he scored a cracking goal as well. So every reason to big up.
It's got to be worth 100 mil now, surely. That's because there's that Egyptian club that are in for him, aren't they? And apparently,
I just saw that
1.5 million. I was like, no chance, mate.
I've never heard of that club before, right? And I went on onto their Twitter page. They've got 7.4 million followers. They're huge. I didn't even realise.
Whoa.
Al Ali in it? Is it Al Ali?
Yeah,
something like that.
Basically their manager is Percy Tau's former manager at the Sundowns. What were they called? Something Sundowns.
Yeah, I know who you mean. The one's playing yellow. Yeah. He'll probably go then, to be honest. I
nearly had it then.
I mean, if it's first team football for a big club, apparently, so you would go there,
they're massive. They're massive, like Egyptian. Massive Egyptian club.
They're the biggest club in Africa, I think.
Yeah,
if I read that right,
won the league title last year, apparently.
Yeah, it's huge. They're huge. Right. But yeah, I mean, I'll be gutted to see him go, to be honest, because we haven't seen enough of him really.
I agree.
That's not just to appease the South African fans.
No, genuinely, we haven't.
Yeah, we haven't actually seen enough to.
I want to see more of him. And every time he's played, he's looked decent. I remember
he's always sat someone down as well.
At City, he did that. And then the last game we played was West Ham, and he got that really good assist for Welbeck, made the space, then slotted it through for Welbs, scored. And then scored that goal against Luton. Okay, it was against Luton and it was a friendly, but still, it's a cracking goal. He's clearly got it in him. So I just don't know why.
With his weaker foot as well.
Give him a chance. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's left foot, isn't he? So yeah, like I don't get why.
And then the great celebration. Celebration!
I was a massive fan of that. I was like, the guy's playing in a pre-season friendly against Luton, and he pulls out that. So I was like, I'm a big fan. I love that.
Oh mate, that was so funny when the club put a tweet on before the game and they were like, Luton's looking nice or something for the game, and then everyone was just like, said no one ever. Like literally no one's ever said that about Luton before ever. So
is it mad? One of the I think like the way end, you literally have to like walk through someone's house literally to get through it. Like it's in the middle of like a square of houses around
I don't think
it.
I've been to Luton before.
Yeah, have you seen the outside of the stadium? It's actually mental. It looks like you're walking into someone's house, but it's just got like a little football stand right in between everyone else's houses.
Yeah.
But then going back to Percy Tau and Luton, those fans, when you know that fan cam from Sam off the Aaron Connolly song and then Tau singing, you just see someone like the kids are like booing Tau whilst he's doing his mad dancing, and all the Luton fans just like so confused as to what he's doing.
It was brilliant. And also as well, great goal from Mwepu as well. It's a good little finish. Good. Was it March pulled it back to him, and then a good little finish from
a decent little team goal. That was potable, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was decent. That was very
first
good.
time finish though. Oof, we don't really see them very often around here before. So it's nice to see us getting some goals from midfield.
That's a question, actually, because obviously I've only seen very little of him. But do you reckon, let's start with you, Ryan. Do you reckon he's that kind of? Is he going to give us those goals? Like, is he a goal scoring kind of midfielder, or is he more like a Basuma type player where he sort of sits back and defends?
Hopefully. I mean, I've only seen as much as anyone else, so we can only judge what we see. But so far, so good. Like, he looks really good. Potter's picked him both games. Linking up with Basuma well. There's a couple of moments I thought Basuma gave the ball away, but I just think he can't be bothered to play against Luton. But like, he's took his goal really well as well. So yeah, he looks really good. We'll see how he does in the Premier League. Obviously, it's going to be completely different. Even against Getafe, it'd be a bit more of a run out than Luton. But yeah, I think he looks good. Like, impressed so far. Definitely.
He definitely looks like a lot more of like a box-to-box midfielder. Like that time against Luton, it looked like he was playing right wing, and I was like, surely Potter's not going to be playing this like right wing.
He plays right wing. He did play right wing, didn't he?
Does he?
For his last club.
I've heard.
Who did we sign him from?
Salzburg.
RB Salzburg. Yeah, he played right wing there.
Yeah, Salzburg. Yeah.
So yeah, on Football Manager, he's down as a right winger. So I signed him for the sake of it, and yeah, he's down as a right winger because he can play like everywhere. So a bit like an Alzate, I think.
Mad.
We've mentioned all three of them now: Basuma, Tau, and Mwepu. It looks like Potter's building like the best like breakdancing team ever. Or like we would have, if there was like a Premier League dance-off competition, like we'd win it hands down with them three. No jokes.
Mate, it'd be us against Pogba and
just hella dabs.
Jesse Lingard and Pogba's like a dynamic duo.
That's the one, Jesse Lingard. Oh,
but no, like just quickly on Mwepu, just to sort of finish it off. I think that's sort of what we've been missing, is that having that goal scoring midfielder. Like, well, don't get me wrong, we obviously have got those players in our team, but someone who, like Ben said, can go box to box, but then can also finish and score as well. And clearly, if you're playing at right wing, you've got something about you going forward. Do you know what I mean? As in,
do you know what, man? Let's change it to this. A goal scoring player is nice to have. Someone wherever they are on the pitch, someone who can actually score is quite nice. Like, he took his goal really well, and you wouldn't even see like Mope or Connolly bury that first time. So, fair play to him. He looks good.
No, it was good. It was a great finish. And then finally, the final goal scorer, of course, was Aaron Connolly as well. And in all fairness to him, he took his goal quite well, and like, again, he's showing glimpses of having those. So funny enough, we've got a Brighton group chat on Twitter, and we were discussing it earlier, weren't we, about the whole Connolly sort of as a player, his attitude and his skill. So I'll just quickly kick us off, because I want to get this rant off my chest, because seeing what he does off the pitch frustrates me. No, it's not that bad. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, right, so I still genuinely believe he's a good Premier League striker. Like, he can become a good Premier League striker. I'm not talking, top 6, that kind of level. But I think, mid-table Premier League striker, maybe getting 5 to 10 goals a season. Like, I think he could do that. However, his attitude stinks. Like, he has got the worst mentality and attitude at the moment, especially off the pitch. As we see, going to, like, he's at nightclubs every other night. He's getting into trouble. Like,
from Saturday.
There's another one from Saturday. Like, he's not helping himself. But I just feel like if he...
And that was after the Luton game as well. So he's obviously come back from scoring a goal and having all the fans chant saying he's a shagger. And then beefing someone from Love Island. It's
Oh,
mad.
mate, but do you know what I mean? It's also as well, he's like his mentality should be like, right, okay, so I've scored a goal today. Everything's going well, kind of thing. Right, let's go on to the next one. Like, let us don't go out. Like, he thinks he's fucking Robbie Keane because he scored 2 goals against Spurs. Like, you're not, mate. All right, chill out. You're not this reincarnated fucking.
Have I told that story on the podcast of when I bumped into him the night when he scored 2 goals against Spurs?
Maybe.
Like,
I don't think so.
It was outside Burger King, right on the seafront, literally just above Shoes, funny enough. And he was trying to get in a cab with Lucinda, and these like 3 guys were like surrounding him and like beefing him. One guy had his belt off. Oh, it's quite a long story, but I'll just do it really short. But cut long story short, I basically asked the guys that were beefing him like what team they support, and they were like Arsenal. I was like, well, this lad just scored 2 goals against Spurs today, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh my god, no way, and just started like dapping him up and shit like that. And then I just got him into the cab, and then him and Lucinda drove off. Yeah, I was like, this guy literally had his belt off, was like holding it like a weapon. I was like, what the fuck? What have I like walked into it? Yeah.
Ben saved the day, mate.
Interesting.
I know. I saved the day.
Ben's like coming in clutch right there. Love
the vigilante. Yeah. Ben the vigilante of Brighton.
The Brighton superhero.
The Brighton Batman. But no, yeah, that was my little rant. I just feel like if he gets his head right, he can become a good like level Premier League striker. However, in saying that, I still fully believe he needs to get humbled a bit by going to the Championship. Like, give him a loan to the Championship. Let him go. Like, he should do well at that level. Like, there's no reason why he shouldn't do well at that level.
He's got the finesse about him, hasn't he? Like, you can see that, his finishing is... He's a decent runner. Like, there is some qualities about him that I think can work. It's just... As you say, it is so frustrating. I'm not going to go into him because I've already been into him before and there's no point in me going again. Just invite us more. But yeah, I just think it is so frustrating, especially when you can see what he can do sometimes. It's just... Yeah. You want to see it more, you want to see it more.
I think that's the point I'm trying to make. It's like I can see the potential. So, like when growing up, all these football managers, like the Freddie Adu's and all these people, like you watch them, it's like, oh, they're going to be amazing, and then they just ruin their careers because they've done something. Like, Ravel Morrison, like how good Ravel Morrison, mate, Ravel Morrison, also, don't get me wrong, I don't think Connolly's anywhere near his levels in terms of quality. Like I think Ravel Morrison.
No, Ravel Morrison was different level.
Yeah, he was different league, but his attitude let him down. And he's gone on to play for about 30 different clubs. So it's just frustrating to see, like, he had so much potential and what he's done is just, So hopefully Connolly doesn't do that because I actually want him to succeed. Yeah. Like, I don't want him to not succeed.
For a striker, he has 100%. 2 perfect traits. He's unbelievable at making runs and like getting onto through balls, and his acceleration is quality as well. His finishing is hit and miss, like you'd say finesse. He is very good at finessing the ball, like top bins or bottom corner. We've seen it in training and a few times in an actual match. Like, he has the qualities to be a really good striker. But he just needs consistency and the attitude just to like back his ideas up a bit.
I agree. No, I do worry though, if this another one of these is true, then you do start thinking, how much longer are the club gonna allow it before they start thinking, look, we either cut it now or we just, I don't know what's going to happen yet, but we'll see.
No.
But giving him the benefit of the doubt, it is the summer, it's pre-season, so he's allowed to go out, but it's just
I'm not saying,
getting into a little scruffle with a Love Island.
I'm not saying don't go out. I'm not saying like stay at home, whatever. But like just do things in what's the word I'm trying to look for in like don't go out every night. Do you know what I mean? Like go out once every month or a couple of
Moderation.
weeks. Like, that's the word. Yeah, moderation.
I'm sure there's going to be there's going to be so many of our players that we don't know about that are just as bad as him. This is my feel bad. I don't know. I disagree.
No, because when are they ever caught on camera? When are they ever caught on camera?
I mean, they're not caught on camera.
They take a low profile because they act sensibly.
Yeah,
I know. I mean, like me and Maz have met them on a night out. I bumped into him before. Yeah. And they don't really do mad stuff.
Yeah,
obviously you do get stories of like Duffy and that in previous years.
Without going into too much detail, because I have seen some things and I have been privy to a few certain situations. However, without talking about too much, going into too much depth, there is a small sort of group of players that do love a drink and do like that going out culture, but and that doesn't mean to say it's right because they don't get caught.
That was a few years ago though, wasn't it? That was like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still I wouldn't go. Yeah, I think there's still a bit of a problem. However, like you say, Ben, like it's not as public, which doesn't make it right. Like they shouldn't do it really, but at least they're not as public with it, and they don't get as much as trouble as, let's say, a Connolly, for example. But yeah, anyway, I think we can all agree that he's got potential.
Well.
We'll basically, to summarise, we all know he's got the potential. It's just he needs to change his mindset, I think, and we all want him to succeed. That's basically the bottom line of it. And then finally, the 0-0 draw with Rangers. I mean, not much to talk about. A good quality opposition. And I suppose, I mean, not bad results,
the best thing about that match, I mean, they played one of their better teams. I know they played Madrid the next day and beat them 2-1, so, and we only drew 0-0, so which is obviously we're better than
Therefore,
Real Madrid.
we're better than Madrid. Exactly.
But the best thing about that 0-0 was seeing our hyper turquoise kit. It looks gorgeous. Like that kit has grown on me so much.
Hyper turquoise.
It's beautiful.
I like it a lot. I want to get one of those.
And then, of course, Getafe coming up on Saturday. Brian, you're going, aren't you? You're there.
Are we? I don't know yet. I don't think we are.
Are we still going or not?
I don't know. I thought you were going.
I mean, I haven't got tickets, no. But I'm sure they're still on sale if you want to go.
I was going to say, I
just completely forgot about it, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm down to go if you are, to be fair.
Mate, honestly,
but Getafe, mate, should be fun.
After seeing Luton away, like the video, literally I watched that video. I was like, I want to be at a game. Like I just want to be at a Brighton game now. Yeah, just because it's just like the banter, like the atmosphere. Like I just really made me want to go back to a game. So I'm definitely gonna. I don't know when's like the next sort of London-based team we've got. Basically, the next sort of London-based team.
We've got Brentford in September, I think, and we've also got Palace in September. So we've got a couple of ones up there.
Yeah, I might try and get some tickets for the away games then in London. So
there's a few. There is a few. Like I think at the beginning of the season, our first run in is really good. Like we should be like
first 8 games.
I'm not even joking.
I was
serious running.
I was looking at. I was looking at our fixture list, and we've actually got. I'm not going to say easy because that's just jinxing it, but we've got a favourable first 8 games. I think it is.
Yeah, for sure.
So like you said, Brian, I was looking at it, and I was like, we should be getting quite a few. Sort of
because obviously we've got Burnley at home, Burnley away first game, and then obviously Watford at home is a big one because that's our first home game. Then Everton
at home.
And then we've got Brentford as a thought, and then Leicester's a bit of a tough one. Palace is a cup final. So we've got a reasonable game. That's out of those first 3 games. You're probably looking at anywhere between 6 to 9 points. Really,
mate. I'd even go as far as going from. So on the 23rd of October, we've got Man City at home, and then we've got Liverpool the next game. So I'd say up until that point, so we've got Arsenal at home and Norwich away, and then we play City.
Yeah.
Like
they've got Ben White now, so we'll skin him. We know everything about him. We'll find him.
It's fine. So I don't see any reason why we can't pick up points. I don't want to jinx it, but that is a very
this is definitely going to be clipped now, isn't it? Like someo's going to
what are you guys doing? That's what I was saying. Started this whole time.
And it's going to be like, I must admit, I am a bit worried about that. But in terms of on paper, it looks good for us. It looks good. Obviously, it's not as simple as that. Game of football can be anything. But Burnley first game, I think, will be tough, in fairness, because Burnley away is never fun. Turf Moor.
They haven't got Chris Wood though, so they won't score any goals.
Have they not?
He's still on like his rest from the Olympics.
Yeah. So, and then Watford at homes. I think that's going to be a big game. Like the atmosphere.
You've got to be winning that, but they'll be bang up for that Watford.
Yeah, but then so should we. Like it's our first game back at the Amex since City, so it's going to be a good atmosphere, full capacity. It's going to be fun.
And do you not remember? Funny enough, we had Watford the first game of the season. Do you remember? Was it 2 seasons ago? When Donkey did that through ball. Do you remember that? The Donkey did that unbelievable through ball.
And it was Potter's first game. We beat him 3-0.
3-0, that's it. Yeah. So
I missed that game.
But then we played them.
I was at Boomtown, and then I literally got Wi-Fi for the first time, and it just all the notifications popped in. It was like goal. I was like, oh my god! Like I went absolutely ballistic. I was such a good fiend.
I was working my final shift at a supermarket, and I was just like, oh my god, can this just end? And as soon as I got home, we were 2-0 up. I was like, get in there! Like, I was so happy.
Mate, we played really well that day as well.
Mate, any supermarket workers or retail workers out there who work on Saturdays or Sundays and they miss games, I can feel your pain because it is the worst thing. Because you can't even go check the score. It's so frustrating. So, yeah. I feel that pain again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try it, but it's just hard, isn't it?
Next, all right, let's go on to transfers then, because there's quite a few to discuss, or potential transfers incoming and outgoing. Actually, no, we've got no outgoings actually, but yeah, incomings. No. So let's start off with Odsonne Edouard. So there's been conflicting reports, hasn't it? We've had basically the Brighton in the know, so your Andy Naylors and your Brian Owens. Is it Brian Owen? Those guys saying it's not happening, and then you got the Celtic reporters saying it is.
Their version of Naylor as well. They say that the Celtic journal is literally like the Bible. Like what he says, that's actually happening. So the fact that they're both conflicting, one of them's lying. But it could be a ploy from Edouard's agent telling the journo that say that there's a bid in just so it can cause some interest. It could be that case, because what reason has Naylor got to lie about it? Unless the club would say don't say anything about it. But I think Naylor even retweeted a journalist saying something. It was a bit of like a shot at the Brighton fans, calling him a liar, wasn't it? I can't remember word for word, but it was something like, if we have information, we're going to tell you about it straight away.
Yeah.
I rated that tweet, to be fair. I rated that a lot, because when he did that, at least he come out and said about it, because he was getting stick from everyone, and it was really annoying because Naylor hasn't really missed in years, at all. You never see Naylor miss. So to see people calling him a liar, calling him a fraud and stuff, and it's just I don't believe that Naylor would lie, especially if he knows something.
What people were saying though, wasn't it? Apparently with Mopé, 3 days before we signed him, Andy said, no, it's not happening, or something like that. So everyone's using that against him, and then 3 days later, and then apparently 3 days later we signed him. That's what people were using it.
The thing is, all these people that say, oh yeah, he got this wrong, he got that wrong, but I can't recall the times that he got wrong, unless I completely lived under a rock when that happened. I don't remember, and my memory of long-term memory is normally good. So I can't really remember any times apart from probably the Webster. I think the Webster thing he got not wrong, but he didn't. He was late on it or something. So maybe that could be used. But then that's years ago. That's one time in 30 something years that he's been doing this for, that he's got something wrong. So I don't get why people use that against him. But anyway, with Edouard, I don't know. I don't know what to believe. And to be honest with you, I don't believe that it's going to happen now. I think I've gone off that. I think after seeing all the Nunez stuff, and I'm seeing how strong the links are with him, and obviously there's quite a few ITKs saying that we are going to bid for him. I think that's going to be the most likely situation. Whether he actually signs or not, I don't know. But he's obviously the priority target. Maybe Edouard's been used as a bit of a smokescreen there. I don't know. But Nunez seems like the one that the club want the most, from what I can gather. Yeah. Again, no ITK from me.
I'll be honest as well.
That's what I gather from it.
I'll be honest as well. I watched Edouard against Hearts the other day, and shout out to Alex Cochrane as well, who played really well that game.
Big up Alex.
I watched him. I was like, look, don't get me wrong. He looks a good player. He had a couple of bits of link-up play. He looked good, and his record at Celtic is mad. He scored 55 goals in 91 appearances, I think it is. Mm-hmm. So his record speaks for itself. You know what I mean? However, in saying that, I wouldn't be that upset if it doesn't happen. I feel like there's, just as good options out there. Obviously, I saw the prices. What is it, 20 million or something? Which is pretty good for
something like that.
For a 23-year-old striker who scored 55 goals for Celtic. That's a pretty good deal. However, I wouldn't be too upset if it doesn't happen. And then, going on to Darwin Nunez, apparently 35 million we're going to pay for him, which is quite a lot of money.
Yeah, it is a lot of money. Yeah, it's a lot of money. I guess,
and they won't.
I guess,
they won't let him go for anything
season as well.
I think with Nunez, he's, because I spoke to someone who's Portuguese, and I also spoke to a Uruguayan, and he said that Nunez is the perfect player for the Premier League. He flopped at Benfica, but his ability is ridiculous. Apparently, he's his potential ability is ridiculous. He had a flop year, but I don't know. That doesn't really. I started so hard there. That doesn't really determine how good he is. I don't think 1 year. Obviously, in 3 years' time, if he's worked under Potter, got the link up with any of our forwards at the moment, we've got some serious good chance creators. I think if he gets the opportunities, he's going to take them based on what these people have said to me, that he's got a bit of everything. He's big, he's tall, he's also very quick. He's got a good finish about him, and he's all round. They compare him to Edinson Cavani over in Uruguay. So a younger Edinson Cavani, obviously. So they rate him that highly over there.
And
so
he was good in the Europa League, wasn't he? That was one of the games I actually saw him live playing. I was like, this kid, fair play for picking Benfica over us, because you are playing quality. And then
he scored
I looked at his league stats; they're horrendous.
Yeah, he scored five goals in 7 in the Europa League, and then he scored 6 in 25, I think, in the league. So, like, you know, he hasn't really proven it in that sense. However, like you said, Ryan, it's not exactly like a barometer of success. Do you know what I mean? You shouldn't really just base it on one season or you know, or on just one season stat. So yeah, I get both sides, and you know, I mean, the guy scores goals. You know what I mean, wherever he's been, he has scored goals. Apart from Benfica,
you know, our
I'm
club
looking at his
as
record,
well,
like he's scored goals.
Yeah, and we always sign wonder kids, you know. We always go for these players that we're like, who's that? And then they end up being really, really good. So, you know, I have faith if we want Nunez and we genuinely think that he's the top priority target to bring in. If he's gonna,
that's what I was going to say.
If the club are prepared to, you know, if we're prepared to, you know, pay £35 million, then he's obviously a good player. You know, we wouldn't be doing that otherwise. You know, we don't spend big amounts of money like that unless we think he's a good player. You know, like there was question marks over Webster, wasn't there, for 20 mil? Like everyone was like, "Oh my god, why are you paying 20 mil for a Bristol City centre half?" Come in and been like genuinely one of our best defenders only because Dunker's been so good. He's the second. So yeah, I've got faith in Nunez, honestly.
Yeah,
the fact we were interested in him in the summer, I'll be quick. Yeah, the fact we were interested in him last summer and just missed out. That like you said, Ryan, the club obviously like him and think he's the ideal striker for us. So you've got to have faith in them.
I mean, I'll back the board. I'll back the board 100%. And then finally, as well, I think the reason why the price is so high as well is because Benfica spent 21 million on him. I think it's their club record. So obviously they're gonna want to sell him for what 30, 35. So it makes sense. You know what I mean?
35 is quite a lot. Like I feel like you get a lot better, more proven maybe for that money. But you know,
possibly,
people were linking us with Tony, and that was kind of the money that was getting talked about. But would you not?
But the thing is,
Tony's older. Would you have Tony or Nunez?
Tony's the same age as like Grealish, and you look at what Grealish is doing now. He's just gone to City for 100 mil. So you know, Grealish, you can see he's on another level, and he deserves to go to Man City. Ivan Toney's still playing at Brentford at that age. You're like, there's no reason why he can't go on to be better. But you know, he hasn't proven it anywhere. At 25 for 30 mil, it's a massive gamble. But with Nunez, it's still a massive gamble, but he's got a long career ahead. You know, he's got a long way to go before you can even judge him. But I don't know. Like,
I think it's a tough one. I think it's a tough one. Like, if you look at his goals and his Tony's stats, like, are mad. They are.
Oh yeah, they're mad.
I know it's a championship, but yeah, it's
to be fair,
like, would you want someone that's proven?
Yeah, and Nunez scored 16 in La Liga 2. So he played for Almeria in La Liga 2, and he scored 16 goals.
Liga 2, though. The Liga 2.
No, that's what I'm saying. So it's the same sort of championship level. Like, do you know what I mean? He's got a very similar profile to Tony in that sense. Like, he's done it in the lower leagues, but has he proven it in the top league? No, not yet. Like, so it's a similar kind of.
It is a really tricky one.
In fairness, Nunez has probably, if anything, he's proven it more than Tony has because he's gone to Europa League and he's gone to Benfica. He's taken that big move. I don't know. We'll see because obviously we can only speculate, can't we? So
yeah, no, exactly. And then final two, we'll just quickly wrap up. So the final two. So Mark Cucurella, apparently it's pretty much a done deal now. We're just waiting a confirmation. However, let's not. I don't want to jinx us and be like, yeah, he signed 100%, and then for it to not happen, because we saw what happened with Livramento. Like, we all thought Livramento was coming, and then obviously he went to Southampton.
On that though, like I'm not sad we haven't got Livramento, because we've got three people that can play wing back. I tweeted about it. So we've got Lamptey, Veltman and Karbovnik, and then on the left we've only got Solly March. And then I said I really can't be having Dan Burn at left wing back as backup for another season at all. So
and Alzate as well, you know, he can cover right wing back too. So like, people forget,
and left wing back, that was where he's
people forget how good. Yeah, like, people forget how good Alzate was at right wing back in 1920. Like, he was actually really, really impressive. So we should be fine there. Like,
sorry, that's bad.
Got to say, yeah, but no, we should be fine right wing back. And Cucurella looks. I mean, from all of the Spanish sources saying it's done. So I don't know. We'll see.
I'll be so happy if we get
personal terms. But looks good. I think it should be good.
That's the key thing. I think the point you made, Ben, is like, we need that strength in depth at left back. Like, we don't have it. So Cucurella should be like our top. Well, Cucurella and a striker. Like, now that's all we need. Like, to complete our squad, we just need that left wing back cover and a striker who can score. That, and then I genuinely think we can be, you know, up there. Not
it's just whether we go for another centre back. That's what my question mark is. You know, whether we go in for a proven quality centre back. Duffy's playing, and then you've got as well.
I guess it is just pre-season now, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether Ostergaard. He's 21. He's 2 years younger than when Ben White made his step up. And if he does make it, then fair play to him. He must be very good. But I wouldn't be surprised if the club went for another centre half, and that's based on nothing apart from my own opinion. But
so just to last question to wrap us up for the pod. I'll start with you, Ben. Who would your start? Let's say we do three at the back, as in three centre backs. Who would your starting? Let's say on the first day of the season, who would you choose? Who's the three you'd go for?
Well, it's good. Was this with injuries and stuff like that in play?
Let's go with your ideal. Everyone's injury free. Like, if you could start any three, who would it be?
Oh, so I'll just the three. Okay, so you'd have Veltman right centre back, Dunk in the middle, and then Webster. Oh no, yeah, and then Dunk on Webster on the left centre back.
Yeah.
Although, you would have to, because obviously Veltman's more of a right side defender, but you could say the same for Webster. Just quickly before I forget, and then we'll do yours as well. Do you reckon? Because if we sign Cucurella, he's a great player. He can't be backup. Do you reckon Solly March will then be moved into more of a forward position?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, because whenever Potter's got the chance, he's put him up there. He did it against Leicester, didn't he? He put, I think, who did he put there? Was it Azate he put there? Because we put Karbovnik on right back, didn't we? And we put Azate left wing back, and then we had March playing sort of like more forward. So, the one chance he had to put Karbovnik left back, he didn't put him there. So he obviously doesn't think that Karbovnik is a left back, and he doesn't rate Solly March and left wing back, which I find really strange because I think he's been really good there. But maybe you're right. Maybe we're right.
Yeah.
But then your centre backs.
Yeah, go on, Ryan. Your three.
For me. Okay, let's say Duncan, Webster make themselves, and it's probably got to be Veltman. But I like Veltman on the right wing back because I don't think you can drop him at the moment, and obviously Lamptey's not fit. So although you said about fitness if they were fit, so I suppose then Lamptey would go right wing back. Yeah. So Veltman probably right centre back, depending on how much Ostergaard pushes up. Don't know.
Yeah. So mine's exactly the same as as you two. So mine would be Veltman, Dunk, and Webster. However, I'm a big fan of Ostergaard. I genuinely think he has got the attributes to be a great. I'd love to see him being rotated with Veltman. So have Dunk and Webster obviously as your solid, consistent two, and then
you don't want to rotate your defence too much, though, do you? Because that's when it gets a bit sticky. Because we were guilty of that before, I agree. When it sort of went a bit.
Yeah, but I think maybe the point I'm trying to make is give him game time basically, so he can adapt and he can learn. For example, in cup games, in games where let's say we got 2 or 3 games in a week, whenever that might be, those kind of moments, give him a chance and just let him prove himself because I think he has got all the attributes. I really see him as a sort of another Ben White in the sense of his attributes and the way he plays stylistically. So I just feel give him a chance. I know you said he's 21. It's a big pressure on him. But I just feel why not? When we can, in those kind of lesser games, why not? Give him a chance, see how he does.
I mean, the only counter to that would be, for his development, would you want him benched, sort of coming in as a bit sporadic player, or would you want him on loan, smashing it, potentially getting promoted with a championship club?
I think he's had his loan, and now it's time for him to be a sporadic fringe player. I think that's hopefully that's the case anyway. Because if you look at Ben White's journey, he went League 2, League 1, Championship, Premier League, whereas Ostergaard's done. We know he's done Championship next year, so maybe the next step would be being a fringe player or sporadic player for us. I would like to see him that because I don't think Shane Duffy's a ball-playing defender. And funnily enough, I saw Liam Balogun's podcast on the Beautiful Game podcast, and he was saying when he arrived there and Potter came in. When Potter came in, Duffy was a bit I don't know if I can be comfortable being a ball-playing defender, which is obviously kind of made sense for us, and which is why probably we got Webster in and Duffy ended up leaving. But so I don't think Duffy will be comfortable again going back into a starting lineup if people do think he would.
And also as well, you've got to remember, Veltman is what? I'm not saying he's old by any stretch, but he's what, 29, 28, 29 now? So he's going to, let's say in 2-3 years' time, he's probably going to be coming towards the end of his career, whereas then Ostergaard's getting into his prime. So if you're already giving him game time, you're slowly building him up, he can be that natural replacement in that centre-half position. And obviously, look, and again, Dunky's not getting any younger, so we need those people to step up and sort of prove their worth. But no, I agree with you, Ryan. I think it's a very good point. Like, it'd be great to see him smashing it at a championship, for example, and again just building his confidence even more. So yeah, it's definitely an argument for both. I don't think it's a right answer, really. I suppose just a game of opinions on that one. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think he's got the potential to be a great player. So fingers crossed. But yeah, boys, let's. I'm just
so excited for Mwepu and Bissouma. Like, I feel like the fact we've kept Bissouma is like a new signing as well.
Yeah,
the fact that
100%.
Well, fingers crossed. We've got a few weeks left of the transfer
contract. Yeah, if we can time down on that new deal, like, I'll be buzzing with that, because there was talk of him renewing a new deal, wasn't there? So if he does, like, we'll be looking good, because that is like a new signing, as you say.
Well, Ryan, Jack Grealish signed a new 5-year deal only last year, so we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, but that's just so we get enough money for him. I think
of course. Yeah, we're not stupid. We're not stupid.
Cheer up, Jack.
Also, about Jack, I know we're a Brighton fan podcast, but I see a lot of Villa fans, right? It really annoys me because, like, I link it to Bissouma / Ben White for us, right? All the Villa fans saying about Jack Grealish being a snake, saying he's this, and, like, why would you leave? But then why wouldn't you leave? And why wouldn't you back him? I mean, obviously Ben White's officially signed for Arsenal. So, and we were all like, oh yeah, well done, Ben. You've got a massive move. You deserve this, £50 million. Yeah. They're saying, 100 million, we shouldn't be accepting that. And so obviously to them, Jack Grealish is priceless. We could afford to lose White in a weird way. But if we lost Bissouma, we would all be saying, like, fair play to Bissouma because he deserves this move. And I just find it a bit weird that they're all calling him a snake. Like, yes, he's been loyal to the club and he said he believes in the vision of it. But then why wouldn't you want to go play in the Champions League, go win trophies, go play under the best manager in the world? Like, why wouldn't you do that? I find it a bit strange. But yeah, I link it to Ben White because obviously he made his debut for Arsenal the other day. I know they lost, but he did quite well from what I heard. A few.
That reminds me. So in the comments, let's have good luck Ben White. I think in the comments, just a nice little goodbye.
Yeah, good luck, Ben White. And then, of course, we are going to be, we're going to try and be more consistent with our uploads coming into the new season again, because we're all individually all quite busy at the moment. So hopefully we're going to have, going into the season, we should be uploading regularly every week.
Yeah, we'll still be on, we'll still be doing it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but we're all very busy in our careers. So it's just making sure that we're consistent.
Love it.
And mate, it's buzzing. We're all smashing it. So Seagulls Social to the moon, baby. Right, boys and girls. Of course, as per usual, please do like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. It does mean a lot, and it does really help. And of course, keep streaming on Spotify and Apple. We really appreciate all your support, and we shall see you next week, boys. I'm assuming
up the Albion.
We should. Up the Albion. Going into
next week.
Next week. Yeah. Peace out. Peace out.